For New Year's between 2023 and 2024, we took the kids on a 9-day Carnival cruise out of New York. It was the Manhattan port. First time we've ever been there, and it was on the Venezia, which is a brand new ship to the specific Carnival line. It is under their umbrella. It was a Costa ship, so it was kind of overseas, but it is officially this side of the world and taking on Carnival passengers now. So it has a bit of an Italian feel to it. It took us a little while to get used to the layout of the ship, but once we were used to it, it was fantastic. It's just a little different than the normal ones that you're used to. There's our stash of ducks. Can't cruise without your ducks. If you don't know about the ducks, check out Duck Pages. Magnetic hooks obviously are fantastic for the room. The doors are also magnetic, but I strongly suggest that even if you have a door magnet, that you get the stronger magnets to hold it on. You'll see my door in a little bit, actually, if it hasn't popped up yet, but I don't think it has. So we are at one of the many trivias, excuse the name of the book that I'm reading, and we love the morning craft. We just discovered this last year when we were in Alaska, and we thought it was just an Alaskan thing. But the morning craft was on the Venezia too, so we're going to keep an eye out for it. We finally got into Build-A-Bear. My daughter was so excited. It's usually sold out really quickly. There's my door. See all the extra magnets? You need those. But usually Build-A-Bear sells out so quick. We always miss it. So this time we were on our game and we made sure to check it out. I want to say a special thank you to Mark Hugh, who was our cruise director. He did a phenomenal job at the veterans meet and greet, the thank you to the troops, whatever that specific get together is called. Mark Q was wonderful. So thank you for that. Moving on to a delicious teppanyaki lunch. Highly recommend it. And when we got into Miami as one of our ports, there wasn't anything that we really wanted to do that Carnival offered for the first time ever. So we took off in an Uber to Jungle Island. I have another video about all of the specifics we went into there, but it is very close to port. We had no issues with the Uber there and back. And I highly recommend, if you have a second, check out Jungle Island anytime you are in Miami. And if you're really lucky, Ryan will be the one that takes you to your animal encounters. He's phenomenal. Listen about his life. It is a story you definitely will remember. So here we are with the sloths. My daughter and I did the sloths. The whole family did the lemurs. And then my husband and son hung out with the wallabies. So there are 6 animals total that you could do animal encounters with. Just make sure that you book early. You don't want to be in Miami for 6 hours and not be able to do the animal that you really want to do. Book it. Make sure that you're in. And then in general, it has other animals around the zoo. I call it a zoo, but the jungle as well. So make sure that you take some time to walk around that whole place and check it out. It's gorgeous. This is us getting ready for an art auction, which is not a surprise whatsoever. This is breakfast. We did breakfast together almost every day, definitely all the dinners. In Freeport, Bahamas, we swim with pigs, which also then meant feeding the pigs. And then you get to swim in the beach after, where we actually accidentally kicked up a conch shell. So it definitely has the alive conch in it. That's it kind of hanging out the bottom. We made sure to tuck it right back in the very back by the buoys so that it wasn't going to easily get kicked up. Happy New Year. I'm exhausted. I'm pretty sure I'm asleep during that photo, not just blinking. We enjoyed some of the shows on board and the steakhouse. Steakhouse was amazing. So while we were in Freeport, this restaurant was there. We were able to grab some drinks and some snacks and games. And my husband and son played this little ring game. My husband not so good at it. My son, however, he gets it on. There we go. So he got a free shot for getting that. That's a little out of order, but that's okay. The steakhouse was on the ship. Sorry about that. This is at Half Moon Cay, which is Nassau's Carnival's private island. You can jet ski there. It is an excursion. You do need to book it. I've done it twice. It's incredible. Do it if you can. Very limited because it's one person per jet ski. And then last but not least, in Nassau, we went snorkeling. So Nassau has fixed up their pier a little bit. It is kind of in a gated community now. You'll definitely get a bit of a better feel when you're in there, but keep in mind a lot of the stuff is still outside the gates. So we wandered out to 3 very specific stores that we wanted to hit, and then we came right back in. There we go. That was just some highlights of our cruise.